Hello everyone, my name is Pickles, and this is my new game series, my first game series, so it'll probably be a little rough to start with, but please forgive me. I promise I'll get better. I decided that I was going to try Final Fantasy XIV. This is actually my girlfriend's account. She's played for quite a while now, and while she is at work, I have access to the computer, so I thought I would give it a try. So I'm gonna create a new character. Yes. Okay. Race selection. Higher. The Higher are said to have first traveled to... How do you pronounce that? Eorzea. Eorzea? The Higher are said to have first traveled to Eorzea from her surrounding continents and islands. 3 great migratory waves later, they are now the most populous of all civilized races. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both in height and build, and are known for their peculiarly short, rounded ears. Hires are well suited for traveling long distances by foot, a trait thought to account for their swift proliferation. Their espousal of an eclectic variety of languages and traditions is a legacy of their diverse heritage, as is their resulting lack of a unified cultural identity. Okay, so these guys are fantasy humans. Elezen. In former times, the Elezen were the sole inhabitants of Eorzea. I'm sure I'm just butchering that, and hopefully it will say it soon so I can stop butchering it, but I apologize. Claiming dominion over her. Traditionally a nomadic people, the tall, slender Elezen believed the realm to be theirs by divine right. Unfortunately, this belief made the eventual appearance of the Higher in their multitudes akin to an invasion, and a long history of conflict ensued. Ultimately, the Elezen diverged into the 2 clans that exist today. The Wildwood Elezen took to the forests to protect their homeland, while the Duskwhite Elezen withdrew to caves and subterranean. I'm not familiar with that word, opting instead to avoid all contact with any but their own. So these are fantasy elves. Final Fantasy elves. Oh my gosh. His hair looks like a little radish. Lalafell. Lalafell. Yeah. Lalafell. A wee people sporting short, rounded bodies, the Lalafell appear as no more than children to the eyes of most. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafells to Eorzea began. Now one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Though Lalafellan culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to play a Lalafell. They're cute. Oh gosh. Is this a cat person? Miquota? Miquota. Miquota? I'm gonna go with Miquota. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that too. The ancestors of the Miquota made their way to Eorzea during the Age of Endless Frost, traversing the frozen seas in pursuit of the wildlife upon which they subsisted. Adaptation to a hunting lifestyle has fashioned them with a keen sense of smell, powerful legs, and a tail which provides them with exceptional balance. Miquota are known to be very territorial, and many individuals tend to lead solitary lifestyles, particularly males. So, yeah, they're definitely cat people. Okay. Oh my. Oh, goodness. Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Rogadine. Okay. Rogadine. Known for their brawny builds and piercing eyes, the Rogadine are the largest and most rugged of Eorzea's races. The majority of the realm's Rogadine belong to the Seawolf clan, a maritime people who earn their keep on or by the sea, be it as sailors, fishermen, or pirates. Comparatively fewer in the number are the Hellsguard, who are known for their more earnest demeanors and can often be found working as bodyguards and smithies. Okay. I guess, kind of Final Fantasy orcs, maybe? Though they seem a lot prettier than that. Eorzea. Oh, she's cute. I like her dress. Oh, those are horns. I thought that was just a weird hairstyle. Okay. The curved horns and beautifully patterned scales that characterize the Eorzea oft give rise to speculation that members of this higher-like race, native to the far eastern continent of Othard, are, in fact, the progeny of dragons. This, however, has long been disputed, with scholars citing several distinct differences in the two races as evidence of decidedly dissimilar roots. The first and foremost being the enhanced hearing and spatial recognition granted by an Eorzea's cranial projections, traits not attributed to draconian horns, and the second being the gross disproportion in body mass between Auri males and females, again a trait widely unseen in dragons. Oh, Jesus! Talk about your sexual dimorphism. Why? Why not just make the girls big and huge and cool? I'd like to play a big, huge, cool dragon girl, but this one's all petite and feminine. Well, I think I like her best. So I think I'm going to go with the Rogadine. Okay. Seawolves. Long ago, no vessel or coastal village was safe from the fury of the sea wolves and their maritime brand of brutality. The mere mention of the clan was enough to strike fear into the hearts of any who drew their livelihood from the sea. The sea wolves originally hail from the islands of the far North Seas, where they still subsist as fishermen and women. It was not until the large-scale deployment of Limsa Lominsa's armada that the sea wolves' appetite for piracy diminished. Now it is not uncommon to see them employed as sailors or naval mercenaries on all manner of vessels. However, they have never forgotten the ways of their homeland and still use the ancient Rogadine language in their names. her nose is interesting. Does she have like a dog nose? Like the black part? Or is that just dark? I can't tell. Hellsguard. Excuse me. The Hellsguard The Hellsguard are a Rogadine clan with body and mind tempered by the unforgiving heat of the volcanic regions they inhabit. Believing these mountains of flame to be the gates to the underworld, their line has for centuries stood vigil to prevent the passage of souls back to the realm of the living. As the harsh environs of their homelands produce little sustenance, the second and third born are often sent forth from their mountain villages, with many and more making their way to the great cities. It is there that their sheer girth and steely demeanors place them in high demand as soldiers and sellswords, allowing the young of even the largest families to surpass their elder siblings in prosperity. Okay, that's really cool. She came from the village that kept the dead in the underworld. I think I'll go with Hellsguard. Oh wow, there are a lot of options. Oh gosh, okay. I'll try to be quick. So I want her to be super tall. Oh yeah, we want to be chiseled. Oh my gosh. Really? Holy cow. Okay. Well, you know what? It's a fantasy game, and she is a giant woman, so she's going to be a giant busty woman. So there. Nice range of skin colors. Oh wow, that's very white. That's kind of cool. It's not like Caucasian white, it's like ghost white. And since she comes from the place with the underworld, I'm gonna go with ghost white. So many hairstyles. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I really like that one. That's gonna be on my short list. That's nice, but I like this one better. Ooh, I like this one. But I still think I like that first one better. Oh my gosh. Lots of options. That's just kind of weird. Holy moly! Okay, no, I'm gonna go back to this one. I like this one. Yeah, no, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Highlights. Oh. So maybe we could do like a dark green. That looks neat. Oh, I like that better. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like this one. Jaw. This one. Large irises. Eye color's gonna be green. I guess you guys could never guess my favorite color. Oh, that very pale green looks neat. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Odd eyes. No, I don't like that. Eyebrows. Nose. Yeah, it looks like she's got like, I don't know what you call the dog type nose, or cat type nose maybe. That works. Perfect. Facial features. Heavy duty eyebrows. Yeah. No scar. Ooh, beauty mark. Yeah. I like the beauty mark. Tattoos. That's kind of interesting. Can I change the color of it? Yes. I like it, but the cutoff is just too harsh there. If it went all the way back, I'd stick with it, but I think no. Oh, face paint. This is kind of, well, some of these are neat, like war paint, but some of them are a little silly. Oh, freckles! Oh yes, I want her to have freckles. Green freckles. Yes. Green freckles. I like her. I like her a lot. And a voice. I think... No. That's closer. Oh, that's closer. 4 is good. 5 is better. Oh. Alright, I like that voice a lot. Oh! I didn't even notice this. Huh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, looking good, girl. Oh, how pretty! Look at the windmills! Oh, this is so pretty! Oh, I'm gonna be impressed if the actual game looks like this. Let's just have her stand still for now. The forest. Interesting. Very interesting tree design. I don't know what kind of trees those are supposed to be. And a desert. That's a cool town. With a skywalk into nowhere. Ooh, neato. I'm distracted here. Oh, pretty. Very pretty. Apparently I can't adjust it. Oh, probably because I'm inside. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go back to floating in space. And I think that she's done. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna save it as number 13. Be out of the way of red. Eorzea calendar. The Eorzean year consists of the moon, Menfina, revolving around Hydaelyn's 2 astral and umbral poles, while fluctuating between each of the 6 elements. In this, the year can be said to be the length of 12 moons, so it's just a year. Specify your character's date of birth. Well, I guess I'll just use my date of birth. Select your character's patron deity. Halon, mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Halon is the daughter of Ralger and a bitter rival of Nofika. She is most often depicted as a relentless warrioress armed with a bronze greatshield. Her symbol is the 3 spears. Well, that doesn't really appeal to me. Menfina. Menfina is keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. She commands the elements of ice and is associated with the 2nd moon of the Eorzean calendar. Menfina is the sister of Azima and the divine lover of Oshon. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Her symbol is the full moon. Well, that's better than the first one, but still no. Thaliak. Thaliak, ruler of rivers and wisdoms, and god of knowledge, is the guardian deity of Sharlayan. He commands the element of water and is associated with the 3rd moon of the Eorzean calendar. Thaliak is the father of Limlan, and the teacher of Bayergot. He is most often depicted as a reserved scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll. Nimia. I'm gonna go with Nimia. Nimia is the watcher of celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the element of water and is associated with the 4th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nimia is the younger sister of Althic and master of Ralger. She is most often depicted as a weaver donning a white silken veil. Her symbol is the spinning wheel. Well, that's cool. Celestial bodies and fate, but let's see what else there is. Limlan, Watcher of the Seas and Goddess of Navigation, is the guardian deity of Limsa Lominsa. She commands the element of wind and is associated with the 5th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Limlan is the daughter of Thaliak and the elder sister of Nofika. She is most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a long-bladed harpoon. Her symbol is the wave. Well, since my character... Oh no, my character was the one from the underworld, so never mind. Oshan. Oshan is the ruler of the mountains and god of travelers and vagrants. He commands the element of wind and is associated with the 6th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Oshan is the brother of Naldthal and the close companion of Halon. He is most often depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of yew. His symbol is the walking stick. Bayergot is the purveyor of architecture and industry and god of the arts. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the 7th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Bayergot is the elder brother of Halon and pupil of Thaliak. He is most often depicted as an ardent smith with a 2-headed hammer. His symbol is the hand. Ralger, breaker of worlds, is the god of destruction and guardian deity of the now fallen nation of Ala Mehigo. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the 8th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Ralger is the father of both Bayergot and Halon and serves as attendant to Nimia. He is most often depicted as a magus, carrying a staff of bronze. His symbol is a streaking meteor. That does not sound like one that appeals to me. Azema. Azema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. She commands the element of fire and is associated with the 9th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Azema is the daughter of Althic and the elder sister of Menfina. She is most often depicted as a noble lady holding a golden fan. Her symbol is the radiant sun. Naldthal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce, he is the guardian deity of Ulda. He commands the element of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Naldthal is the single manifestation of the deific twins Nald and Thal. He's most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency. Well, that's interesting, but not very appealing. Nofika, tender of soils and harvests and goddess of abundance, is the guardian deity of Gridania. She commands the element of earth and is associated with the 11th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nofika is the daughter of Azema and the younger sister of Limlaen. She is most often depicted as a jubilant farmer holding a scythe of steel. Her symbol is the spring leaf. And lastly, Althic. Althic is the surveyor of change and space, the god of time. He commands the element of earth and is associated with the 12th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Althic is the father of Azema and Menfina and elder brother to Nimia. He's most often depicted as an austere emperor wielding a mithril great axe. His symbol is the hourglass. So I like that one, but I think this one with the celestial bodies and fate is the one I'm going to pick. Okay, so I need to select a starting class and city-state. Gladiators got a sword. Gladiators specialize in the handling of all manner of one-handed blades, from daggers to longswords, be they single or double-edged, straight or curved. A defining characteristic of the art is its emphasis on diverse combat tactics, training its members to bring their martial skills to bear in any situation. As such, they are practitioners who marry sword with shield, seeking to defend their fellow companions. Others opt for an empty offhand, choosing instead to focus entirely on their sword arm. In all instances, the ages-old art of the sword makes the gladiator a formidable adversary in any encounter. Oh, this is really hard to read. Ul'dah. The bustling commercial hub of Ul'dah sits amid the desolate desert landscape of southern Aldenard. Ul'dah culture is known for its affluence, and the wealth of the nation comes in large part from its abundant mineral resources and cloth crafting industry. Though it is the Sultana who claims sovereignty, true power is wielded by the Syndicate, a council sat by 6 of Ul'dah's most elite and influential. I'm sorry, this is really hard to read with the white letters on the very white background. Nald'thal is the nation's patron deity, and two great halls devoted to his two aspects lie in the east and west of the city. Well, I don't think that gladiator really appeals. Pugilist. The path of the pugilist is one of incessant training aimed at mastering the traditional techniques of hand-to-hand combat. Though they command formidable power when unarmed, they are wont to use metal, leather, and bone weaponry to maximize their destructive potential. Their preference for fighting at close quarters makes negotiating distances an absolute necessity. This is why many pugilists are quick to learn that lightweight gear allowing for maximum agility ensures them better success in battle than does cumbersome plate or chain. And that's the same thing for Ul'dah. Marauder. The Marauder is a combat specialist whose weapon of choice is the great axe, a fearsome arm emblematic of Eorzea's pirates. Their approach to battle is one of brute force, relying on strength and steel to crush enemies and sunder weapons. They are highly sought after for their ferocity and intimidating presence, and are often employed to hunt down monsters plaguing the land, or to turn the tide of battle between warring nations. And this one is Limsa Lominsa. On the southern coast of the island of Vilebrand, under the shadow of ancient cliffs, worn by the relentless onslaught of the Rotano Sea, lies the thalassocracy of Limsa Lominsa. Its economy is driven primarily by shipping and boasts lucrative shipbuilding, fishing, and smithing industries as well. To maintain the safety of its maritime routes, the city employs a formidable navy known as the Knights of the Barracuda. Even so, pirate bands run rampant in nearby waters, reaving and pillaging. Lancer. Oh, that's kinda neat. Lancer. The strategy of the Lancers is to outrange and fluster opponents with their long two-handed polearms, peppering them with a barrage of thrusting attacks. They are trained with a number of weapons, giving a diversity to their attacks that makes them extremely versatile combatants. In former times, the long spear saw the most widespread use, due in great part to the influence of the proud Lancer legions of Ala Mhigo. Since then, the guild has greatly expanded its armories to include a variety of weapons, such as the halberd and the trident. And this one is for Gridania. Also hard to read. In the eastern reaches of the Aldenard landmass, home to vast, dense woodlands and coursing rivers, lies the forest nation of Gridania. The cityscape is a mosaic of labyrinthine waterways and great wooden structures, so gracefully constructed they seem to be a part of the surrounding environment. The favored goddess of the citizenry is Nofika, the matron, but great faith is also placed in the wisdom of the seed seers, young oracles who guide the nation based on the will of the forest's elementals. Archer. The enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it, the archers. Projectile techniques such as high-angle fire enable archers to assail their foes with deadly precision, even at great distances. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most advantageous ground from which to loose, as well as the nature of the arrow best suited to their enemy. Together with the longbow sentries of the Elysian military, the shortbow the Elysian are the elf people. The shortbow hunters among the Miquota, the cat people, are widely regarded as most skilled with the bow. Disciples of magic. Conjurer. Conjury calls upon elemental forces present in nature and concentrates them to a potency at which spells can be woven. Through practiced meditation on the essences of creation, conjurers draw forth and absorb aether from their immediate surroundings. A wand or cane made from unworked wood is then utilized to focus the aether until it manifests as the desired spell. The seat of the Conjurer's Guild lies at Stillglade Fane in Gridania, where the voices of Eorzea's elements are said to be most powerful. Thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, thaumaturgy can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent aether within oneself through deep introspection. To then mold that aether into sorcery, the thaumaturge makes use of a scepter or staff within which is housed a medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties. And Arcanist. Adepts of the art of arcanum derive their might from symbols of power, born of geometric techniques hailing from across the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the arcanist's aether, thereby allowing him to produce a myriad to produce myriad powerful spells. Using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within gemstones, arcanists are also able to summon forth the familiar known as carbuncle. Carbuncle? Like a cyst? To summon forth the familiar known as carbuncle to carry out their bidding. Okay. So this one is winning out for me because A, I'm very curious what a carbuncle is. And also it looks like it's from the ocean town. And I like forests. I tolerate deserts. And just so you understand, I live in a desert, so but I love the ocean, so I think I'm going to pick Arcanist. Yes. Okay. Oh, pick a world. Well, it looks like Red has characters on this one, so yeah, this is just the server, it looks like. So I'll pick a different one. Midgarsormer, Adamantoise, Siren. I wonder why those ones have stars. Goblin, Zalera. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Gilgamesh. Fairy. Ooh, I'll take fairy. I like fairies. Okay. And character name. Specify the first and last name of your character. Between 2 and 15 characters, not more than 20 characters combined. Letters, hyphens, apostrophes. Will that work? Can I get away with it? Alright. We have our character, Princess Pickles, in the world Fairy. That took a long time. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Look at this little guy! Has he got a balloon? Oh, that's so cute!
Here.
God, that bust.
Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Oh. It's green, I approve. What is on my head? Am I a unicorn now? Or maybe a rhinoceros? Go magic book! Well, that was exciting. don't have to fight now, do I? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oi! Y'all right, lass? Oh, it was a dream. Grizzled passenger. You were moanin' in your sleep, and sweatin' buckets besides. Rollin' of the ship got your stomach churnin', has it? Don't seem like seasickness, now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. He looks nice. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilebrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Erg. Might as well have been bloomin' seasickness, ships leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I have heard of chocobos. I suppose at this point I should mention that I haven't actually played any other Final Fantasy games. Maybe I'll do that, once I get into this a bit. I reckon I might head out on deck, get meself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa's still a fair way off, in case you're wonderin'. Seein' as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Oh, they're cute. I can't tell if they're boys or girls, but I guess it doesn't matter. Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road. Brennan's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Brennan. Okay. Hello, Brennan. So we are on a ship, apparently. Oh, that's neat. Oh, look at that. It's very big. I like it. I'm so tall. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judgin' by your unusual garments, I'd say you are one of them adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Goin' wherever the wind blows, seekin' fortune and glory, now that's what I call livin'. So long as you can avoid dyin', I mean. Ain't no secret that adventurin's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Oh, I get to pick. Why did you become an adventurer? To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or ... Well, according to the thing, I left the Hellsguard place because I couldn't get my fortune there, so I'm here to amass a fortune. Fortune, eh? Well, it's a dream we've all had at one time or another. Once you've learned to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever craftin' or gatherin' guild tickles your fancy. Ooh, I can do crafting! Limsa Lominsa's renowned for its smithies and armorers, not to mention its fisherfolk. And then there's its cooks, of course. Ooh, cooking! Adventurin' ain't just about killin' things, after all. A peaceful pastime may well help you make your fortune. Nice. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathin'. Ain't no profit in bein' dead, and that's a fact. Is it a storm? Ooh! Wah! Pirates? Stalwart sailor. Ship's off the starboard bow. Pirate colors. Brennan, pirates, bloody hells. Stalwart sailor, have ye no sense? Get below. What is the world comin' to? Pirates firin' on a ship flyin' Lominsan colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. Stalwart sailor, ye can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark'll catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleedin' close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head... Excuse me. Let's head on up to deck and have a look, shall we? Well, that's how we got in this situation in the first place. I don't know if that's the best idea. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Yes. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ahem. Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess that she was once a rum-swillin' buccaneer herself. I guess he means the admiral. Course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-lovin' ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwellin' beast men the locals call fishbacks, case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho! Behold Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlaen, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa.
That's so pretty.
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlaen.
Oh, Limlaen.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for savin' me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. You got it, Brennan.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Oh, I'm excited to get started. Final Fantasy XIV. Yellow Jacket Infantryman. Hey, you there. And I think, hey, you there, is where I will pause for today. We'll pick up right here, hopefully tomorrow. And I will see if I can figure out how to edit this and post it. Wish me luck!